On us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
What? Ready? Check right 54. Hey, alert. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Brown racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. The tight end, Rhett Ellison, with it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
What? 315. Minus 54. Here we go, D. All day. Defense. All day. All day. Good job right there. Good job right there.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Preston Brown, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Ready? Like 80. Pick and choose the mic. Pick me up. Here we go.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On second down now, it's Jones, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On third down, here's Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's third down.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Here we go, D.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he's got this down to the 35. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's first and 10. On first down, Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
No score after one on EA Sports.
What? Move 15. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Spot that.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That second down play nets a -4. From his goal line here, Newton. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got tight end. Key to tight end.
To throw again. Newton going deep here for Edelman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. K1 Short, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Switch. Hey.
Now Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
36.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Newton. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, 0. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Jack. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 25. Check 25.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, 280. 52. Oh, you got deep? 14, buddy.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyreek Hill, 92 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Bengals 7.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
First and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Fair. Check 43. No. Off.
From the gun, it's Wilson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Shoot. 20.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So they will accept the penalty and move
That's it,
forward.
baby. We're going to work.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. From the gun, here's Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
What? Move the team. Watch my boy. Defense wins championships, baby. Let's go double count right here, double count.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Wilson on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Brown in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, he's going to air it out deep for Green. He's got him in, complete. 20, 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 78 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game.
16.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how it...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Suggs, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And they've got it just 2 yards from the end zone. They'll have it first and goal here from the 2-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Darren Lee, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. On second and goal, Newton, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Cam Newton, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
8. SOS.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Check Mike 54. Alert. Yo. Check 24.
Now Wilson on first down. That one complete to Hill. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive play.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Terrell Suggs in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dayon Buchanan able to record his 5th sack of the season. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Focus, defense, focus.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Copeland coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Julian Edelman. His 4th touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Next to score, Bengals 29, Steelers 7.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Now it's Wilson, and he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. We're set, ready? Heavy. Hey, I got number 80. Double time.
Now Newton on first down. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Brandon Copeland able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Copeland getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Let's go.
To throw again is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Leon Hall. The 30, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Come on, switch it.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Wilson to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch Mike. Too little, cut.
Now it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Clear. Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54 Mike.
So don't say nothing.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Run pass. 54. Let's go, G.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Akeem Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That's it. What I need. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Out. 20.
Newton's going to throw it. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up with the flaw.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike.
25.
Check.
Alert.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Wilson. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One last shot for Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll